welcome back to another video, and today we have Season 1, race number 4 of the Procore Cup Series, and I know it has been a very long time since I did race 3. It has literally been 7 months since the last race, so I apologize guys, but today we are here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for race number 4. Now this is now with the 2020 rosters instead of the 2019, so there is a lot of driver changes, and before we get into today's race, I will announce those changes. So here's a look at all of the cars on track, and now let's get into all the driver changes starting here in race 4. So first things first, Chris Buescher has moved from the 37, he's now in the 17. Christopher Bell has moved from the 59 to the 95. Cole Custer has moved from the 51 over to the 41. Daniel Suarez has moved from the 41 to the 96. Matt DiBenedetto moved from the 95. He is now in the 21. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. moved from the 17 to the 47. Tyler Reddick has moved from the 31 to the 8. John Hunter Nemechek has replaced David Reagan in the 38. Garrett Smithley has replaced Cole Custer in the 51. Ryan Preece has moved from the 47 to the 37. Timmy Hill will be in the 66 in a brand new car. Brennan Poole has replaced Ross Chastain in the 15. Quinn Houff has replaced Landon Castle in the 00. BJ McLeod has replaced Cody Ware in the 52. And last but not least, we have another new car, which is the 54, which will be driven by JJ Yaley. So yeah, those are all the driver changes here starting in race 4 that will continue for the rest of the season. So as you guys know, there's 10 regular season races, so after this, we only have 6 more races of the regular season until the 10 race playoffs. So things are starting to heat up. So yeah, here's one last look at all of the cars here on track. So far, Clint Bowyer, Jimmy Johnson, and Joey Logano have all punched their tickets into the playoffs already because those are the first 3 winners of the season. And now, without further ado, let's go trackside for the command. Drivers, start your engines! The engines have been fired here as the pace car is going to lead them off and the cars roll off. And now we are going to take a look at today's starting lineup. So on the pole for today's race, we find Chase Elliott alongside Martin Truex Jr. In row number 2, we have Brad Keselowski and Kyle Busch. In row number 3, we have Ryan Blaney and Ryan Newman. In row 4, we have Kyle Larson and Chris Buescher with a nice top 10 qualifying run for Buescher. Rounding out the top 10 today, in row 5, we got the Joe Gibbs teammates, Denny Hamlin and Eric Jones. Row 6 is Eric Almirola and William Byron. Row 7, we have Christopher Bell and Joey Logano. In row 8, we have Kurt Busch and Kevin Harvick. Row 9, we have Cole Custer and Jimmy Johnson. In row 10, we have Alex Bowman and Clint Bowyer. Row number 11, we find Austin Dillon and Daniel Suarez. Row 12 today, we have Matt DiBenedetto and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And then row 13, we find Michael McDowell and Tyler Reddick. Row 14 today is Corey LaJoie and Ty Dillon. Rounding out the top 30 today in row 15, we have John Hunter Nemechek and Bubba Wallace. Row 16 is Garrett Smithley and Ryan Preece. Row 17 is Timmy Hill and Brennan Poole. Row 18 today, we find Quinn Houff and BJ McLeod. And rounding out the field today, in row number 19, we have Reed Sorensen and JJ Yaley. So let's take a look now at today's race info. There's 38 cars, and it's an 8-lap race here. So here we go. Chase Elliott and Martin Truex Jr. leading to the green flag at Las Vegas. We start off with a quick flyby of the field. Meanwhile, up front, Chase Elliott leads as Brad Keselowski is going to take second away from Truex, and Chase Elliott is going to lead lap 1. Truex has now fallen back to 4th. Meanwhile, up front, Brad Keselowski trying to take the lead away from Chase Elliott. He will in turns 3 and 4, and Keselowski leads lap 2. We are now on lap number 3 as Brad Keselowski leads. Ryan Blaney takes second away now from Chase Elliott as we got Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson battling for 4th as Keselowski and Blaney make contact. Keselowski with a nice save. He almost spun through the grass, and now we do have a crash. Kurt Busch is around and he collects Clint Bowyer. Man, oh man, the caution flag is out. That was crazy. I think what happened with the leaders, I think Keselowski got loose and he tried to block Blaney because Blaney had a run. But let's see what happened here with this wreck. So it looked like, I think Kurt Busch thought he was clear of the 20 of Eric Jones, and he was not. And then Busch tries to save it, but the back end bounces off the outside wall. And then Jimmy Johnson barely avoids it. And then, yeah, nowhere to go for Clint Bowyer. Not as tough of a break for Bowyer, though. He's already locked into the playoffs with his win at Daytona. But a tough break for Kurt Busch, who at Charlotte and Dover actually has back-to-back second-place finishes. So
It was a good start to the season for Busch. Cars involved, just Kurt Busch and Clint Bowyer. So now we are setting up for the restart. Still 36 cars on track. Brad Keselowski and Chase Elliott are going to lead him to the green, with Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, and Kyle Busch rounding out your top 5. Truex, Almirola, Newman, Buescher, and Logano is the top 10. So green flag, 3 laps to go. We're on lap number 6 as Kyle Busch makes it 3 wide for third with Blaney and Larson. Looks like Harvick pushes Buescher up the track. Meanwhile, up front, Chase Elliott is going to take the lead away from Brad Keselowski as we now have 2 laps to go. And there's another crash. It looks like Chris Buescher and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. make contact. Nowhere to go for Austin Dillon, and the caution flag is out yet again. Let's take a look at the replay. First, why Buescher fell back so far on the restart. Right there, he makes some contact with the 4 of Kevin Harvick, pushes him up the track. He has to save it. Also slows down the momentum there of Denny Hamlin. So Buescher was a little bit under speed, still trying to get back up to speed. That's why he fell back to where guys like Stenhouse and Austin Dillon were. So here's what happened with them. I think Buescher was trying to block Stenhouse, who had a run, and then Stenhouse obviously clips Buescher. Nowhere to go for Austin Dillon there. A tough break for Dillon. He's had a rough start to the season. So has Buescher, actually. And then right there, a hard head-on hit into the outside wall for Austin Dillon, but he is okay. So a 3-car pileup here. Let's take a look at the cars involved. It's Austin Dillon, Chris Buescher, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. So that means we are going to have 2 laps to go. Chase Elliott and Brad Keselowski have led most of this race. They're 1-2 for the restart with Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, and Eric Almirola rounding out your top 5. So here we go, green flag in the air. Kyle Busch tries to make a move. Larson is going to take third away from Brad Keselowski. Kyle Busch trying to take the lead away from Chase Elliott. Here comes Kyle Larson. We're 3 wide for the lead. Larson takes it on the exit of turn 4. Kyle Larson leads it. 1 lap to go. Larson in the lead. Elliott trying to take second away from Kyle Busch. Down the back straightaway for one final time. Elliott drives it in deep. It's not enough. And Kyle Larson is going to win at Las Vegas. Kyle Busch takes second back at the last second there from Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott dove it in deep there and turns 3 and 4 for one final time. He was unable to catch up, and Kyle Larson wins it. So let's take a look at the replay of the whole final lap. So right there, that's when Larson made the pass on Busch. He was 3 wide with Busch and Elliott and turns 3 and 4. And then Chase Elliott tries to take second away there from Kyle Busch. They battle for second. Elliott begins to clear him, and then I'm heading into turn 3 and 4. Right here, he dives it in deep. Obviously not enough. He overdrives the corner. And then right here, Larson wins it, and Busch right there barely takes second away from Chase Elliott. So Kyle Larson now is going to burn it down. Congratulations to Kyle Larson. He is the 4th driver to win this season and to punch his ticket into the playoffs. So now let's take a look at today's finishing results.
So Kyle Larson wins here today at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. He didn't lead until the white flag, but he was able to lead the final 2 laps, which are the most important, and he was able to get the job done. So Kyle Larson wins it. Congratulations to him. Kyle Busch finishes second. He took it away from Chase Elliott at the very end. Elliott finishes 3rd. Martin Truex Jr. with a top 5 today and 4th. Brad Keselowski led the most laps today. He comes home with a top 5. Eric Almirola finished 6th. Joey Logano started a little bit deeper in the field, but he finishes 7th today, so a nice rebound for him. Ryan Newman finishes 8th. Ryan Blaney and Denny Hamlin round out your top 10. Kevin Harvick finished 11th. Jimmy Johnson 12th. William Byron 13th. Eric Jones 14th. And Matt DiBenedetto 15th. The 3 rookies, Christopher Bell, Cole Custer, and Tyler Reddick, get 16th, 17th, and 18th. So that was pretty impressive for them. Alex Bowman 19th, Michael McDowell 20th, Corey LaJoie 21st, Daniel Suarez 22nd. 23rd today is John Hunter Nemechek, 24th, Bubba Wallace, 25th, Quinn Houff. 26th is Ty Dillon, 27th, Ryan Preece, 28th, Timmy Hill, 29th, Brendan Poole. 30th is Garrett Smithley, 31st, BJ McLeod, 32nd, Reed Sorensen. The last car on track is 33rd, JJ Yaley. And the cars out of the race today were 34th, Austin Dillon, 35th, Chris Buescher, 36th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 37th, Kurt Busch, and 38th, Clint Bowyer. So now let's take a look here at the updated point standings. So here's the point standings right here. I know this is a very unprofessional way to show it, but this is all I've got, so just bear with me for right now. So we are now 4 races in out of 10 races for the regular season, which means there's still 6 races left in the regular season. We're almost halfway, so the point standings is heating up now, and the 4 drivers that have won so far this season that have already punched their ticket into the playoffs are Clint Bowyer, Jimmy Johnson, Joey Logano, and now Kyle Larson. So those 4 guys are already locked into the playoffs. So with 6 races left until the playoffs, here is the current point standing. So Jimmy Johnson is the points leader. Then you got Alex Bowman, Joey Logano, Eric Jones, and Ryan Blaney is your top 5. Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson, Eric Almirola, Kevin Harvick, and Matt DiBenedetto rounds out your top 10. So you see Penske is all in the top 6 there. A very great start to the season for Team Penske with 2 Hendrick cars at the top 2. So the rest of the playoffs right now would be Kurt Busch, Chase Elliott, Clint Bowyer. Again, even though he's 13th in the point standings, he is still locked into the playoffs. And you got William Byron, Tyler Reddick, and Kyle Busch that would be in the playoffs as of right now. So you see Martin Truex Jr. is 6 points back. Michael McDowell and Daniel Suarez are both 7. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is 9. So those 4 guys are still very much alive in the playoff hunt. Then the rest of the standings here, you got Ty Dillon in 21st. Denny Hamlin is 22nd. He has been struggling this season. Then you got Ryan Newman in 23rd, Austin Dillon 24th, Corey LaJoie 25th. You got some of the rookies back here that have not made every start. Christopher Bell and Cole Custer were not in the first 2 races. Then you got Bubba Wallace, Ryan Preece, and Chris Buescher. Those guys have been in every race. And then John Hunter Nemechek on down are just making their first start in this race. Actually, no, this is Reed Sorensen's second start. But other than him, all those guys from Nemechek down were making their debut here at Las Vegas. So yeah, that is the point standing. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I know it's been a long time since I've done this. You guys probably forgot about this. It was since July, so it's been 7 months. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Congratulations to Kyle Larson for winning. He is now locked into the playoffs, and that's basically it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you guys subscribe, and make sure you guys also leave a like on this video and comment. And this took me almost a week to make, so hopefully this video gets a good amount of views, I hope, because like I said, it took me a while. So congratulations to Kyle Larson, and thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Race 5 should be out within the next week or 2, I think. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.